And this is number 8. Number 8. Oh, this is so hard. There you go. Number 8. Hey everyone, hope you had a great week. This is from Zero AMA. Ask me anything. My name is Jorge Escobar, and I'm your host for the From Zero Ask Me Anything. Uh, was a really busy week for me. Had Was in the last, when you're finishing a project, um, you really kind of like get this resistance. I don't know what why that happens, but it's kind of like the small little details at the end of the project start killing you, and it gets really hard for you to finish the project for some reason. So let's see if I'm didn't get a notification that I'm streaming. That's strange. Let's see if oh, there you go. And let's put this on mute. Awesome. So yeah, so it was the final touches to the Zero Tribe platform, the way that we've called it so far, the Zero Tribe um, platform, but it's definitely here. Let's see how OBS does this week, because last week I'm so sorry. I apologize. That was just embarrassing. Um, the the way that it was lagging, the video was lagging, and it was really bad. So I changed the settings, and let's see if I'm a little bit luckier this time around. So far, it looks like the stream is relatively stable. But I had set kind of like a hardware encoding for Apple, which I read in some YouTube video. If you look for OBS streaming preferences, you're gonna get like 30,000 um, results on that search. It's very complicated, and I don't mind complicated. It's just like there's a lot of permutations and trying and changing settings here and there. So it's been a little bit challenging to get this right, but so far, I mean, I'm going to be monitoring the live feed, and so far it looks like it's working okay. So, like I said, big week. This is gonna be um, kind of like a before and after for me. So April 5 is gonna be a really important date, and that's because we've launched our first course in the Zero Tribe platform. So, woo! I'm so excited about this. Um, let's see how it goes. We put a lot of time. I want to thank my brother Luis. You can find him at Luiti in Twitter. He's actually an amazing um, developer. He's like a great graphic designer, but now he's become a like a full stack developer. So he's learning Flask and actually he learned with the courses initially, and then he has been working with me, sort of like a junior developer, in building the From Zero platform, what we call the Zero Tribe. But so it's finally here. It's the Essential Git course. Some of you know from Udemy, but now if you go to essentialgit.com, you'll find the course. So you have your preview of the whole course, what it has, um, and all the curriculum. And there's a special launch promotion right now, so I'm giving the course for $15. So if you're interested in learning Git, definitely check it out. Um, and yeah, it's looking really good. You can One of the things that you can do in this platform, which you can't easily do in Udemy, is you can actually download the whole course. So if let me log in here, and if you log in, you're gonna get the option to either stream the course or download the files. There's 3 zip files, but this is perfect if you kind of like consume the content on the go, in a laptop while you're commuting, or you have bad internet connection. You can definitely like follow the course in there, or you can just like just stream as normal, as you would do in any online platform. So there's a lot to be still kind of like done. That it's exciting opportunities, but slowly but surely we're getting the platform ready for, with not ready but improved with all these things that we're thinking about. So very excited. But for now, you can already get going there and get the course, the Essential Git course, and become one of the first students that are enrolled in the course. So that's about it. I'm monitoring the stream to see that if I have any sort of lag. It looked for a second there that it was lagging, but now it's coming back, looks like. Oh, sorry. My phone on. So that's what's happening so far, and so really excited about launching this. The next course that we're working on, I already wrote the whole thing, which is the Essential Python for Web Development, which is going to be the second course that we're going to launch in this platform. So and then shortly after that, I already started writing the code, and the materials for the introduction to Flask, which is going to be replacing the professional Flask development course. And my idea is that I'm going to launch the courses in Zero Tribe first, i.e. in my own platform, and see how it goes. If I see that there's still some I would say interest, or frankly, if the courses are not as effective here, or if I think that I need to like pull a different audience, which would be the Udemy audience, then I would post the courses in there. But I think for now I'm going to be sticking to posting the courses here in my own platform. So that's that. I mean, that's kind of like the main update I have. One thing that I wanted to talk a little bit more about Git is, Git is one of those things that developers are a little bit like concerned about or afraid, or they'd rather use like a graphical tool to not having to like learn so much of it. And truly, Git is a terminal based tool that you need to like, I think you have to do it through the terminal, or at least most of the things that are better controlled are definitely through the terminal. So this course is definitely going to do that. It's going to teach you in a very graphical way, in a step-by-step kind of like mode, how to use Git effectively on the terminal. And I think that it's at the beginning you might have a little bit of a concern about not knowing how to do things here and there, But if you do the course, I frankly, I mean, the reviews I've got and the messages I've got from students, they've been generally happy, and they're very, they feel very comfortable with Git after doing the course. So um, it's one of those things that at the beginning it's a little scary, but once you get the hang of it and you use it often, then it becomes second nature. Like right now, I don't have any. I mean, I've been using it for a year, for some years, but for example, my brother and other students that I have now, they feel super comfortable just using Git, and there's no problems there. So definitely recommend that you check it out. Um, I don't think Git, you can do anything without Git, like any project. Um, it's very hard because with Git you can do what's called branches, and then those branches are the features that you're working on, and you don't want to be working on the same production code that your live server is working on. So you want to do your features in a separate branch, and then kind of like work and test and do all your stuff in there with the guarantee that you're not gonna mess up the main branch. So that's one thing. The other thing is in the code review is, I think, what's the most important part of it, which is you can share a code review or share what you worked on that branch when you're ready. Do a pull request and share with another developer. Definitely, it's a very educational, very important part of learning is having somebody else critique in a positive way, not in a kind of like bashing your code, but in a positive way, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. I think that's the best way to learn programming, and that's where it helps to have people that know in your field reviewing your pull request. Because if you do it in a vacuum and you're just doing it by yourself, then you're not learning really too much, because there's nobody there to correct you. And that's why I recommend that if you don't have that coaching figure, or that person that knows more about that stuff than you do, then it makes sense to start contributing to open source projects, even if they're little contributions at the beginning, but get your code review, your pull request skills going, because that is the way that you really learn programming. And I'm thinking out loud here, but I'll one thing that I kind of do in this course, which is the final project of the Essential Git course, is to contribute to a worldwide restaurant guide. And I don't know if I've shown you this in here, but if you do github.com/from0edu, you see the restaurant guide here. That's the final project of the Git course. And if you see here, there's been 65 contributors and 180 commits. And there's if you see the commits, it's students all over the world. And what you need to do is to get your favorite restaurant in the city where you live pulled in this. This is like an open source project almost, but it's the final project for the Git course. But as you can see here, there's all these people are at their favorite restaurant, and then kind of like this becomes like a worldwide restaurant guide that's open source, that you can, if you go to a certain city, you might want to check out that city. So it's sorted by the country. So for example, if I'm going to Tokyo, I might want to check the restaurant that can a standard. This is one of the students. He's recommending this restaurant, Andy's Shin Hinomoto. Um, and it's a pretty cool project. It's like everybody's contributing to their to places they know locally where they live. So it's I've had a lot of fun with this one, definitely. So um, but again, every commit that a person does in here, I personally give them feedback. And I'm thinking that maybe now that I'm writing the introduction to Flask course, maybe try to see, like, I really want to not give just certificates like Udemy does or any other online platform that I've seen. Just gives you an automatic certificate when you finish the course just because you finished the last video. I don't want to do that. So one of the goals that I have with my own platform is that I have some sort of final project that I actually, either me or an instructor that works with me, checks the code and gives you feedback. And that would be kind of like a cool introduction to becoming a better developer. So I'll think about it. I'll see how I can implement it. This is like, I have a lot other final projects in the other Udemy courses, and I tell you, like, it's been a handful of people. Not everybody does the final project. Well, to begin with, nobody. It's a very, I would say 30% of the students finish like courses, especially if they're very long. And the Flask course that I have in Udemy is like 12 hours or something. But I've seen that people don't finish the course, with the exception of this one. This one, like, a lot of people do the final project because I think it's a fun experience. So something that I'll be thinking about. So I mean, that's all I had. I really want to continue working with the platform, so I'll cut it short. Today, I hope by next week I'll have more stuff to talk about, because I'm gonna be kind of like in a better frame of mind. Like I said, this week, my brother and I just like did the final push to get this out to all of you. So so hopefully there's a lot of new students and new people that are gonna be be exposed to my teaching material. So that's all I have. So, well, thank you again for watching this, and I'll see you next week, next Friday at noon Eastern time, or EDT, whatever time zone we're in next week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and a great week after that, and hoping to have some cool updates about the new courses and the stuff that I'm working on. That's it. Thank you so much.